From Rocky Maivia to the final boss, few wrestlers have ever captured the imagination of fans the way The Rock has. He wasn't just a superstar, he wasn't just a world champion, he was a phenomenon. From the smiling rookie in blue tassels, to the ruthless corporate heel, to the most electrifying man in sports entertainment, and finally, the final boss of professional wrestling. This is the complete story of The Rock's evolution. Every version, every reinvention, every unforgettable moment that made him an icon. So sit back, because this is the story of the great one. Rocky Maivia, the overhyped rookie, 1996 to 1997. Survivor Series, 1996. Madison Square Garden. A new face walked into the ring with tassels, a high-top haircut, and the cheesiest grin you could imagine. His name? Rocky Maivia. A third-generation superstar, the son of WWE legend Rocky Johnson and the grandson of High Chief Peter Maivia. WWE told us he was the future. They told us he was the pride of two great wrestling bloodlines, the Samoan Anoa'i family and the Maivia family. They told us to cheer, but the fans had other plans. Rocky smiled too much. He thanked the crowd too much. He was squeaky clean in an era when fans were starting to demand attitude. Vince McMahon wanted him to be the next Hogan, colorful, smiling, heroic. But the fans rejected him almost immediately. He won the Intercontinental Championship just 3 months after his debut, but instead of cheers, he got "Die Rocky Die" chants. Imagine being 24 years old, living your dream, but hearing tens of thousands of people chanting that they wanted your career dead. That rejection planted the seed for something much bigger. And soon, Rocky Maivia would die, so The Rock could be born. The Nation of Domination Rock, 1997 to 1998. In 1997, Rocky Maivia turned his back on the smiling rookie act and joined the Nation of Domination. Gone were the tassels. In came sunglasses, attitude, and a massive chip on his shoulder. He started calling himself The Rock. And very quickly, The Rock became the leader of the group, even overthrowing Farouk, its original leader. Details to expand runtime. Feuded with Ken Shamrock, multiple PPV matches with controversial finishes. Mocked DX relentlessly, sparking hilarious back-and-forth segments. First glimpses of The Rock's charisma, third-person promos, the people's eyebrow, if you smell. Beginnings. By SummerSlam 1998, The Rock had reached his breakout moment. He defended the Intercontinental Championship against Triple H in a ladder match that stole the show. Even though he lost, the swagger was undeniable. The Rock wasn't just a character anymore. He was becoming a star. Corporate Rock, 1998 to 1999. The fans had started to cheer The Rock. They saw through his cocky exterior and loved it. But just when it seemed like he was destined to be their guy, WWE swerved the world. Survivor Series 1998, the Deadly Game Tournament. The Rock makes it to the finals, wins the WWE Championship, and immediately aligns with Vince McMahon and the corporation. It was the ultimate betrayal. His feud with Mankind, Royal Rumble, I Quit match with brutal chair shots. The corporate champion gimmick, Armani suits, arrogance, mocking fans, still got cheered despite being positioned as the villain. He was ruthless, calculated, and cold. But he was too good at being bad. The fans started cheering the villain. And that's when WWE realized something. They didn't just have a heel, they had a superstar who could define an entire generation. The People's Champion, 1999 to 2001. This is the version of The Rock that became larger than life. $500 silk shirts, championship belts slung over his shoulder like they were nothing, catchphrases like, "It doesn't matter," and know your role, and shut your mouth. He was no longer the corporation's champion. He was the people's champion. His feud with Stone Cold, one of the greatest rivalries ever. Rock and Sock connection skits with Mankind. This Is Your Life segment became the highest-rated segment in Raw history. His charisma was so strong that WWE named a whole show SmackDown after his catchphrase. By 2000, The Rock was no longer just a wrestler. He was the face of the company. He was selling out arenas, headlining WrestleMania, and standing shoulder to shoulder with Stone Cold Steve Austin as the two biggest stars in wrestling. Just Bring It Rock, 2001 to 2002. By the early 2000s, The Rock looked different. The curly hair was gone. The sideburns were sharper. The promos were faster. This was a leaner, meaner Rock, and he was still electrifying arenas every night. WrestleMania 17. Austin turns heel against The Rock in one of WWE's most shocking moments. WCW/ECW Invasion storyline, Rock vs. Booker T. WrestleMania 18, Rock vs. Hogan, Icon vs. Icon, crowd split, atmosphere unmatched. But by 2002, Hollywood had come calling. The Scorpion King was a box office success. The Rock was torn between wrestling and acting, and when he lost to Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam 2002, the crowd booed him out of the building. He was no longer their hero. He was a sellout. And The Rock, being The Rock, decided to use that heat to create one of the best characters of his career. Hollywood Rock, 2003. Hollywood Rock. The long, arrogant entrance, the leather vests, the giant belt buckles, the smirk. He walked to the ring like he was above the business. And his promos? They were pure art. Rock concert in Sacramento. Burying the Kings. Mocking Hulk Hogan with hilarious impressions. Feuding with Goldberg, Hurricane, and Stone Cold. Even when he insulted fans, they couldn't help but laugh. It was some of the best heel work in WWE history, but it only lasted a few months. Hollywood had fully claimed The Rock. By WrestleMania 20, after teaming with Mick Foley against Evolution, The Rock was gone. Return Rock, 2011 to 2013. After years in Hollywood, fans thought The Rock was done with wrestling. But in 2011, he came back. The roof blew off the arena. The Rock was home. And this time, his target was John Cena. Hosted WrestleMania 27, cost Cena the main event against Miz. Year-long build to WrestleMania 28, Rock vs. Cena, once in a lifetime. Rock ends CM Punk's 434-day reign to win the WWE Championship. Rock vs. Cena 2 at WrestleMania 29, passing the torch. It was a bridge between generations. The Attitude Era's biggest star versus the PG Era's biggest star. And even though The Rock wasn't full-time, every time he stepped into the ring, it felt like an event. Legacy Rock, 2014 to 2023. By the mid-2000s, The Rock was a global megastar. He didn't need wrestling anymore. But every now and then, he'd drop into WWE like lightning. And when he did, the show stopped. WrestleMania 31 with Ronda Rousey confronting Triple H and Stephanie. WrestleMania 32, flamethrower entrance, squashes Eric Rowan in 6 seconds. Surprise appearances, like confronting Rusev or joking with Lana. The Rock didn't need storylines anymore. His name alone was the attraction. Final Boss Rock, 2024 to 2025. In 2024, The Rock returned again. But this time, it was different. He wasn't here for nostalgia. He wasn't here for smiles. He was here to take over. Cody Rhodes had just won the Royal Rumble. The fans wanted him to finish the story against Roman Reigns. But The Rock stepped in and demanded the spotlight. The infamous press conference slap. dragging Cody outside in the rain, whipping him with his belt. Mafia-inspired presentation, flashy vests, gold chains, arrogant Hollywood rock theme remix. WrestleMania 40, teaming with Roman to destroy Cody and Seth Rollins. 2025, turning John Cena heel with Travis Scott's involvement to rob Cody of the championship. Final Boss Rock is what happens when charisma, legacy, and real-world power collide. No more catchphrases, no more jokes, just cold, methodical violence. For nearly 3 decades, The Rock reinvented himself more times than almost any wrestler in history. And every single time, he came back bigger, stronger, and more unforgettable. That's why he will forever be the Great One. That's every version of The Rock, from blue tassels to the final boss. If you enjoyed this journey, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more wrestling stories, and tell us in the comments, what's your favorite version of The Rock?